Where's the rage? Hey, Scotland said no. Yes, the Scots said no. I was surprised. I thought they were going to say yes. I really did. And I thought that if no one is going to win really, really close, and that was not the case. The bookies, once again, had it right. The bookies in England, or around that part in Ireland too, and all those other countries, they had that the vote would win over the yes. Maybe the people who went to vote came to the conclusion for those who voted yes thought they could be like Norway or they could be like Switzerland or Finland, still have some, yeah, have lots of power. There are only 4 million people in Scotland. About those who voted no must have had the fear that there'd be too many disruptions on all these institutions that's been there for a long, long time. Worried about their pensions. They worried about, you know, people being still in the military. They worried about a currency. For those who voted yes, they must have thought that the surplus of oil and gas would have backed their new currency, whatever they wanted to call it, the Scot, or whatever name they gave it. And, uh, and also that surplus of gas and oil would also allow them to be able to invest around the world in companies and buying up whatever so that they could secure a future for when that oil and gas ran out. And it seems that at the end of the day, the fear of uncertainty versus the optimism of a yes won over the yes. And so there it is in a nutshell. But I was surprised that the no's were as many percentage wise as they were. Also in the news, we have the ISIS thing. It's still a thing. Should have the president backed them up a long time ago? And then there's those that said, well, we could have done it, but we had no guarantees of where those weapons would have gone or if those guys would come back and stab us in the back. There's rumors that part of that Free Syrian Army has made a deal with ISIS not to fight ISIS while they keep fighting Assad, the president of Syria. There's spokesmen within the Syrian army who face the public. There are spokesmen in the news that say that's not true. But what is true? No one knows anything. The Iranians basically told us to go take a walk when it came to working with them on fighting ISIS. So they're on their own, we're on their own when it comes to that. At home, people don't know what they want. They don't know really what to do. So it's very confusing. And I heard a guy say, we don't know what that whole area is going to be like 10 years from now. We don't know what Turkey is going to be like. I think the only country where we kind of have an idea that might be the same in 10 years is Israel. But then again, Israel might be in an all-out war with all those countries if all those regimes fall and the Israelis are surrounded by people who really hate them and will fight to the bitter end. So, kind of scary, the future. Ukraine and Russia are still at it, though on paper they have a ceasefire. The new Apple phone is out. I went and checked them out, and to my surprise, I like the new iPhone. The 6. The 6 Plus was too big. I had cargo pants when I went, and the 6 Plus did not fit in my cargo pocket. So that was, I was surprised at how big the 6 Plus was. But the 6 was bigger than what I have, which is the 5S right now. Has a lot of features. I did download the new software. There's a couple of things you could do. I like the little voice messages you can send. Instead of typing, you can just press a button, say something. You can listen to it, you can send it, and you can keep it if you want. So there it is. The OS 8 that's operating the iPad and the iPhone, I feel take a lot of bytes. You need a lot of room. I had to delete some apps on my iPad in order to get the new system, operating system, to work with that. Hopefully my laptop is fine for now, but I'm thinking in the future getting something with more room. I'm running out of room on my computer. Videos, for instance, take a lot of room. Take a lot of room. Hey, let's not forget also there was protests in New York against climate change. They want um, they want companies to be responsible. They want more awareness. You know the climate challenge. Those who believe in climate change are supposed to be crazy people, and those who don't believe in climate change are supposed to be people who believe you could just dump whatever you want in the water, in the air, in the earth, and it'll take care of itself. They actually believe that all that oil that's down there, God put it there for our SUVs. That oil isn't down there for other reasons. The only reason oil and gas is down there is so we can burn it and put it up in the heavens. And so the so-called environmentalist weirdos don't believe that. And so there's that clash. I'm I sympathize with the weirdos. I think that oil down there, like the blood in your body, is there for a reason. I don't think the blood in your body is to feed all the mosquitoes in the world. I don't. And so I need my blood. And I think the earth needs its oil and its gas for whatever happens that we still don't understand. We will get it eventually when we've sucked it all out. That'll be too late. And maybe I'll be gone. So that's on that front. Also in the news, we have more and more Syrian refugees. Something like almost 250,000 of them crossed the border in 4 days. Turkey's having a hard time with them. Everyone's having a hard time. It seems that there's a huge exodus of people out of Syria to make matters worse for all the countries that are surrounding that area. I know Australia is taking about 4,000. I don't know how many will come here, but I think after all these Middle Eastern wars are over and our involvement in it, I think we're going to have quite a bit of Middle Eastern people. So who knows? In 10 years, the most popular food might be falafel and all sorts of lamb dishes, and Mexican will be number two. That's how the world cookies. It cookies that way. Also, the White House. It seems like everybody's driving to the White House or jumping over the fence. I don't know. Sarah Palin also in the news. She's good at being at the news. She was what you call it? Some family thing. There was booze, and maybe a couple of people got a little too aggressive with each other. But it seems that she's always in the news. And so I guess that's all the news that's news, other than, another missing girl at a university, another um, senator or congressman embarrassing himself. You know how it is here in the good old USA. Haven't heard of a school shooting yet. Thank God. So that's it. Football season started also, and the NFL, of course, is struggling with a whole domestic violence and child abuse, and the NFL has to decide what it's going to do with all that. I know the NFL is out to make money. It's a boys' club, but sports and social change. First black basketball player, first black baseball player. Sometimes sports is put there. Now the problem of domestic violence, what are they going to do? Are they going to contribute to society, make it better? Or are they just going to turn away? We'll see. So that's it for Where's the Rage? Remember, stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll talk to you really, really, really soon.